Footballers earn jaw-dropping wages, numbers that most of us could barely even imagine. On average, a professional football player in a top league can earn anywhere from $70,000 to $500,000 per week. Some of the highest paid players earn even more. Currently, the highest paid footballer is Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo's contract with Al-Nassr breaks down to approximately $4.1 million per week. Still, some players such as Lucas Paqueta, Toney, Kieran Trippier, Wayne Rooney, Merson, just to name a few, choose to gamble their fortunes. Perhaps it was more acceptable before FIFA put in place strict rules that we have today, but the modern players still risk their fortune, their reputation, and getting banned from the sport entirely. But why? Well, we all know what gambling is, but here's a definition real quick if you're not sure. In most countries, gambling isn't a crime. Even in football, the Football Association didn't make gambling a crime. The FA just wants to preserve what's great about the beautiful game, and as a result, it developed rules regarding betting in football to help better protect the integrity and future of the game. The FA introduced strict new rules on betting just before the 2014-15 season. Now, on the face of it, the rules are simple. To paraphrase, anyone involved in the game must not bet on any football match anywhere in the world. Now, as simple as this rule may seem, over the years, footballers have fallen foul to disobeying it. For instance, West Ham's Lucas Paqueta is currently being charged by the English FA with alleged breaches of its betting rules. He's accused of intentionally seeking to receive cards from the referees in matches for the improper purpose of affecting the betting market in order for one or more people to profit from it. Now, no wonder Man City would have been thrilled when the £80 million agreement for the player was put on hold by the FA, as now he's facing potentially a huge ban, even longer than Toney's, for example, as this particular offence he's being charged with is technically match fixing, but is more specifically known as spot fixing under the laws, as he's being accused of intentionally receiving yellow cards in 4 games in the span of a year from 2022 to 23. Yikes. Which all leads to the question, why do players do it? Well, to start with, we have to acknowledge that footballers, like anyone else, are susceptible to the temptations of gambling. I mean, why not? They're humans too, and gambling has become a fun thing to do with the potential of winning lots of money. And of course, it's important to note that football players have a lot more than they can afford to lose than the average person, so please gamble responsibly. Now, the life of a footballer is not all glamorous travel and matches. Footballers lead a high-pressure lifestyle. The demands of training, performing in matches, media scrutiny, and the constant competition for places can be mentally draining. Gambling might serve as a form of escapism, providing a temporary distraction from the pressures of their profession. In the world of gambling, they can momentarily forget about tactics, injuries, and the relentless scrutiny from fans and media. This being said, there's a surprising amount of downtime for footballers too, especially during training periods or between matches. This, compared with the highs of playing a professional game in front of tens of thousands of fans, can firstly lead to boredom, as sitting at home relative to this doesn't give them the same feeling, and so they search for it elsewhere. But this free time can also be the time where the nerves can reach their peak, as the players' brains can't help but think about the next game and get anxious, coupled with the young age at which many footballers reach professional status. Gambling can become a way to fill this void, offering excitement and distracting the brain to provide a sense of adrenaline and purpose before they have to focus again. This may have been the case for Toney. In 2023, Toney, one of the best strikers in the league, with talks of him securing a big money move to a top 6 club, was found guilty of breaching FA rules on betting between February 2017 and January of 2021, during which time he played for Scunthorpe and Wigan on loan from Newcastle. Now, while Toney was never involved in match fixing, he did bet on his own team to lose on 13 occasions in 7 different matches between August of 2017 and March of 2018. And as a result, he was banned for 8 months. Furthermore, the culture of football often revolves around high stakes, both on and off the field. The adrenaline rush experienced during a match can translate into seeking similar thrills elsewhere. Gambling offers that rush and that uncertainty, which, to be fair, can be quite similar to football. To add to this, the competitive nature ingrained in football players doesn't disappear once they're off the pitch. Many professional athletes possess a relentless drive to win, and gambling provides another arena to test their skills and intuition. Whether it's poker, horse racing, or sports betting, the strategic element of gambling appeals to their competitive instincts. Footballers are, of course, often young when they attain wealth and fame. Many come from modest backgrounds and suddenly find themselves with substantial disposable income. Without proper financial education or guidance, they may be more susceptible to reckless spending habits, including gambling. The allure of quick and easy money can be particularly enticing, especially when surrounded by peers who may also engage in similar behaviour. This was, of course, the case with Sandro Tonali. Tonali is currently serving a 10-match ban issued by the Italian Football Federation in October for breaking betting rules in Italy. The FA alleged that Tonali broke its rules by placing 50 bets on matches between August the 12th and October the 12th of 2023 when he was just 23 years old. In 2024, Tonali was also sentenced for a breach of betting rules by the English FA. Now, there is also, of course, the money factor. Whilst it is true that professional football players, especially at the top tiers, earn significant salaries, it is also true that their careers are often short-lived, with a good peak performance period lasting at most a decade or more. Now, this awareness of a finite earning window can lead some players to chase quick financial gains through gambling, hoping to win big and secure their futures. The allure of multiplying their wealth, even with the inherent risk of sanction, can be strong. Perhaps more importantly is the allure of perhaps pressure of trying to win their friends and family money. Now, the chances of becoming a high-paid footballer are next to none. And it's for this reason that players may try to help others out by giving them some insider information for them to place a bet on and win lots of money. An example from this is the Kieran Trippier case. Trippier has also served a 10-week ban and a £70,000 fine for telling a friend about his impending transfer to Atletico Madrid in 2019, which was then subsequently bet on. Also in 2019, Daniel Sturridge was banned for 2 weeks for providing his family with inside betting information on an impending transfer. In recent years, gambling has become normalised and potentially even glorified, and is now easily accessible online due to the rise of the online platforms. The rise of these online gambling platforms has made placing a bet easier than ever. This accessibility, combined with the increasing normalisation of gambling sponsorships in football, can blur the lines between responsible entertainment and a potential addiction. Some football players may see gambling as a harmless pastime, unaware of its addictive potential. To be sincere, it makes no sense that a player should be allowed to advertise betting platforms, wear shirts named after betting companies, play for clubs sponsored by betting companies, but be restricted from partaking in the fun. Now, there are many reasons why footballers can decide to partake in gambling, but for the beauty of the game, gambling is prohibited by different football associations, and rightly so. The reasons are clear. If players are allowed to join in betting, they may act on the pitch to make sure that their betting yields the best result, compromising the whole integrity of the sport. Now, one thing a lot of these players have in common is that they were all diagnosed with betting addictions, which is a psychological illness. An addiction occurs when someone has a strong physical or psychological need or urge to do something or use something. It is a dependence on a substance or activity, even if you know that that activity or substance causes you harm. Now, to start with, we have to acknowledge that footballers, like anyone else, are susceptible. So the scary truth about football players gambling is that even with their lavish lifestyles and huge bank accounts, they can still fall victim to gambling addictions. Now, we think this is mainly to try and win others' money and to help with the pressures of their job, along with their need for adrenaline highs. And if anything, their large amounts of money make them more susceptible to this addiction, as they have more money to gamble with and lose. Do you agree? We also want to know what you think is going to happen to Lucas Paqueta and West Ham, and what do you think his punishment should be? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Please subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next video.